What is going on, Raptors Nation? It is Luca here back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. Big news dropping today. The Toronto Raptors, they will honor Vince Carter. They will retire Vince Carter's number 15 jersey on November 2nd when the Kings come to town. Josh Lewenberg of TSN made the big announcement this morning as the Raptors, they will retire Vince Carter's jersey. It will be the first jersey retired by the Raptors organization, as Carter's jersey is going to join 19 members of the Toronto Maple Leafs who have had their jerseys raised to the rafters, as the Raptors make this announcement following the Brooklyn Nets making theirs. The Nets announced last week that they will retire Carter's jersey on January 25th of 2025. But this just makes perfect sense. And I'm glad that the Raptors are going to be retiring Vince Carter's jersey first. I'm not going to lie. It was left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth when I saw that Nets announcement. And then I was thinking, are the Raptors really going to let the Nets honor Carter first? But of course, the Raptors making the announcement second, but they will indeed honor Vince Carter first, which is the right call. We knew this was coming because Masai Ujiri, he did hint that the team was going to honor Vince Carter, and he kind of left it at that, but people got the feeling that the Raptors were going to retire his jersey, as we've been seeing all sorts of signs and all sorts of announcements that have come out. There's the leaked alternate jersey that dropped online. It has yet to officially be announced by the team, but it has the Raptor mimicking that iconic 2000 Vince Carter dunk contest dunk on the jersey. So there's going to be a lot in store for this 30th anniversary. The Raptors got multiple special events to celebrate their 30 years in the NBA. And it's going to be nice that the Raptors are going to do this early, literally November 2nd. Couple games into the season, the Raptors are going to retire Carter's jersey. Just looking back at the whole Vince Carter tenure with the Raptors, of course, he was the number 5 pick of the 1998 NBA draft. He was traded to Toronto on draft night in a deal that sent number 4 pick Antoine Jameson to the Golden State Warriors. And we know the impact Carter had with the Raptors organization, putting this team on the map. I mean, he became a superstar and really just a major icon thanks to his high-flying play, the highlight reel dunks, doing what he did at the 2000 dunk contest, helping grow the game of basketball across Canada, and really just attracting Raptors fans from everywhere to fall in love with this game, myself included. I said it time and time, the reason why I ended up becoming a Raptors fan, a basketball fan, the reason why I wanted to pursue this as a career of covering the game of basketball was literally because of watching Vince Carter at a young age and falling in love with the game through him. So Carter has had that type of impact for many, many people. And it's just awesome that the organization is going to honor him, because I know there was that whole end to the reign and it left a sour taste in a lot of fans' mouths. I mean, that whole departure, let's call it for what it is. It was a controversial end to the tenure of Vince Carter with the Raptors. And then you look back at it, I mean, it was a very underwhelming return in that trade for Carter, arguably the worst trade in franchise history. But as they say, time heals all. And Carter's departure, although it was really, really bad at that time, there was a big drift between he and the fans. I think it's safe to say, since all this time has passed, that Carter and Raptors fans appear to be on good terms now. I mean, I will say this, like, if you're still angry about the whole Vince Carter thing and how his tenure ended here, I mean, it's time to let that go. Got to let bygones be bygones. It's a new chapter, and I think it's time that we really embrace Vince Carter with open arms and we honor him. And this is the right call, most definitely. Vince Carter deserved to have his jersey retired first by this organization. That will indeed happen. He's set to enter the Basketball Hall of Fame next month. It's well deserved from a player who spent 22 seasons in the league. He retired in 2020. And Vince Carter, I mean, his impact with Raptors basketball, it cannot be said enough how much he transformed the game here in this country. And really, if it wasn't for Vince Carter, maybe the Raptors aren't even a thing to this day. We saw the Vancouver Grizzlies what happened with them and their franchise if a player like Vince Carter doesn't come along and really get the attention of people and really catapult the Raptors into mainstream conversations. Who knows if basketball survives here? So the impact, just his overall level of play, the inspiration factor, the legendary status. He's a Hall of Famer. It makes perfect sense. Vince Carter will be honored by the Raptors. He will have his jersey retired, and no complaints from my end. And again, if you are still those fans upset about how the tenure ended, it's time to put it to rest. Vince Carter said it before that he wants to be recognized as a Raptor. He wants to, go in as a Raptor, and he's appreciative of his time with the Raptors. So I think it just makes perfect sense. So this was just awesome. Great way to start the week. Inevitable finally happened. Glad it finally has been announced, and we can now circle the date on our calendars. November 2nd. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss the game. The Raptors will officially retire their first ever jersey in franchise history, and it will be Vince Carter. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What is your instant reaction to the Raptors retiring Vince Carter's jersey? And let me know how you're feeling after this has been announced. And just some final news here to end the video. The Raptors are officially signing Dylan Dessou to a training camp deal. So the Raptors have filled out their training camp roster. As a Dessou, he will be the 21st player in training camp for the Raptors. He will be on an Exhibit 10 deal, which will allow the Raptors to hold on to his G League rights for the season. You look at Dessou, guys, 23 years old. He's been 5 years in college. He's 6'9", averaged 15.5 points, 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45.1% from three this past year for Texas. So that's actually a really good number from beyond the arc. A guy with great size who could shoot the three. That's definitely a skill set that the Raptors could use. And you look at the signing now, the Raptors will have 3 Exhibit 10 players in training camp, and Dessou will be joined by Jamison Battle and Jaron Rhoden on Exhibit 10 deals. Quincy Guerriere has been connected to the Raptors on an Exhibit 10, but he has yet to officially sign that. It will reportedly happen after the start of training camp per Blake Murphy. And you look at the Raptors right now, they are allowed to have up to 6 players on Exhibit 10 deals, and it's likely that they will cut Dessou, Battle, and Rhoden before training camp ends to make room for Guerriere along with 2 other prospects. So the Raptors, they got 21 players under contract. All arrows are pointing to Bruno Fernando landing that final guarantee contract just because he is the only player on a standard non-guaranteed deal for training camp, and he can earn $2.4 million if he makes the opening night roster. So Raptors training camp begins on October 1st. Then they will have their preseason on October 6th, and then the regular season will begin against the Cleveland Cavaliers on October 23rd. So the Raptors, they bring in Dessou to fill out their training camp roster. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more. That is it for me. So Lucas signing off. I will catch you all again in the next one.